Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about... ...5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mike Fofo. Yeah. You don't want none.
This time Jackson will throw it. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy?
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Melvin Gordon, 85 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is going to be Shepard on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They go play action with Jackson. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. On the ground, this is Hill. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Allen. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
All day, dog.
Ten yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Strong left, strong left.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They begin the drive with Hill. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch the curve, watch the curve. 44, Mike, 44.
From the 38, Jackson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
To throw again. Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Pull it together.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Down 80. Alert. 6, half 85.
On 1st down, Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The kick by Lambeau is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 29, Allen, and the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check. Check. 55 to Mike. Come on, D. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 15. Check 15. Go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Completes it to Lee. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Jaguars.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. Sets up the screen to Gordon.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Goodwin able to haul it in. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run rapid.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And this is Shepard on the catch. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 4-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now this time, Allen will throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. The 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Goodwin, 96 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Jackson now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And the Jaguars first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gordon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
61, match box.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 88 yards, and the Ravens get a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw, and they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. Complete to Bryant. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, deep ball for Goodwin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able they'll take this one up to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's good for Baltimore's first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's Hill, complete. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jaguars, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.